Okay, we're dealing with the champion generator again. Just doing the same thing it did last time. Starts on choke. I left the light on again. So choke it. We'll start it. And it dies. Now, I'm pretty sure it's the same problem as last time. There's something deteriorating. It could be the hose, the fuel lines going to it. I have to look into that. But I'm also going to check to see, because I run this out of fuel. Every time I use it, I just put as much fuel as I want and I let it run until it dies. And I'm wondering if some condensation, because we've had some rainy days and then freezing, like right now it's -8 Celsius. So I'm wondering if maybe some condensation got in there and froze. But you'd think once you put fuel in it, it would melt. So I don't know. I'm going to warm up the carb a little bit with the heat gun, see if that makes any differences. And if it doesn't, we'll be using the tractor to get this thing back into the garage. All right, well, here we go. And we're using the little Furman. This is what I was using for the input for the Gen3 Solar 6,000 watt inverter there for charging about 10-11 amps AC going in. That thing is quite quiet. Like, I'm very happy with it. I had a Briggs & Stratton 22p, I believe it was 2200p. It was definitely louder than this, from what I recall anyways. Because I remember the 2200p was way louder. So I got the 3300 or the 3650 surge with the remote start, and that was way quieter than the Briggs & Stratton. And this, I think, is comparable. I'll have to do a side-by-side sometime. Anyways, let's start warming up this carb. You're gonna hear, we're sitting right beside it with the exhaust facing us. So let's see how loud this is gonna get to. There we go, there's our carb. Let's see, we're gonna go low first. That is not bad. You could easily have a conversation right beside it with another person. Now, obviously you don't want to hear generator. Generator in general just sucks, but I mean, if you gotta use one, you want a quiet one. Now let's go high. A low tone for a generator this size. So it's not too bad, I don't mind it. Anyways, I'll let you know if this does anything. Wow, who knew I'd be using this Gen3 Solar for charging so soon? So I'm gonna charge the batteries off the little generator outside, that little Furman. And how you do that, I have it set to manual. Press that, press it again, go down, down, down. Bulk charge on. And that's it. And there we go. It's charging. Okay. Well, got 25 amps going out and about 20 going in. So yeah, we got we're still losing ground, but we also are making a little bit of solar. Not much. Not much at all. Panels are a little bit covered with snow and it's still coming down a little bit. But let's try and figure out that generator. See what keeps plugging that carb. And there we got the generator. Got all of our panels covered. All covered over there. Work trailer's covered. Oh boy. Gotta watch where I'm going here. House going here. Anyways, see if the same thing's wrong with it. Okay, we got the champion in the shop again, or in the garage here. And I think it's the same problem as last time. I found chunks of black rubber in here all over the place. And I think the culprit is this O-ring right here is disintegrating. Now this goes on this bolt, which is at the bottom of the bowl. And it seems that that seems to be the point of failure, because every time I look at this it looks even worse. So I'm going to try and find a new O-ring, or you put some gasket maker or something on there. Replace that and see if I can go a little bit longer between carb cleans on this thing, because this does not have all that many hours on it. I'm guessing maybe 150. Like, they are hard hours, like it's pushing about 5,000 watts the whole time. But yeah, so I'm gonna just clean all the jets again. Blow out and clean the main jet here, and whatever this jet is, it looks like that is the float jet right there. And yeah, just clean it all out best I can and see if it'll run. It did run probably another almost 50 hours or so, maybe 30 hours since last time I did this. Alright, just got back from the store. I also ordered myself one of these O-ring kits just to have on hand, Amazon. I don't have an affiliate link, but just look up O-ring kits. Anyways, this one looks to fit just right. So I'm gonna put this thing back together. I got it all cleaned out, and she should run. All right, we got the generator back here. I just cleaned it out just like I did before, and it works just fine, it seems. I believe it was that the little O-ring that was deteriorating, just putting pieces up in there. I replaced it. Hopefully I won't have any more issues with this. This was, I can't knock Champion for this. This was an auction buy, so Champion liquidated a ton of these things straight to auction. And I'm wondering if this is one of the reasons why, because they knew there was a fault in the O-rings or something. I'm not sure. So don't take this, don't put this against Champion at all. I bought this for 500 bucks, and it had I believe this one had 0 hours on it. I actually bought 4 of these at a time for $2,000, and I think the most any of them had, I think one had 2 hours on it. So I believe they liquidated them essentially, and I bought it for a huge discount, so I can't fault it. It's a fairly easy fix. Just, you got to take an hour out of your day to take it apart and fix it, and now that's 2 hours for me because I reused it the first time. I should have replaced it. But we got the Furman there purring away, just keeping the voltage a little bit higher than it would be. That's just about maintaining. I should still be at 58 volts when I go inside. But I'm gonna hook this guy up and we're gonna get charged again. I'm gonna just run it for, I don't know, maybe like 2 hours. That should give me enough to get till tomorrow, and I think tomorrow might be a touch sunny. I'm not sure, either tomorrow or Monday. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll give you a quick peek inside, and that'll be it. Okay, now we got both generators going, and it's pretty loud with both of them, that's for sure. Now that one's getting loaded down too. So I like to run when I run my chargers and everything, I run about 2/3 charger and leave 1/3 left for running stuff in the house. That thing's running about 2/3, 3/4 throttle. That's running about 2/3. If they're cooking stuff inside, they'll be right near its max. That's one thing I will admit. That poor thing runs at its max a lot. And hasn't complained too much yet, other than the car, but that's nothing to do with running at its max. All right, go into the power shed. Used to be the power room, now it's the power shed. Okay, we got, it's only at 55 amps. That's probably because the magnesines have noticed that we're running stuff in the house, and so it's not going to ramp that up. If we don't run anything in the house for a long period of time, that will go up. Now, this is only taking 7.5 amps from the generator. I wonder why that went down. Interesting. Oh, we got some heat. I feel a little bit of heat coming out the top. It actually feels quite nice. Just a tiny bit. Obviously the The fans haven't turned on. We made 1.2 kilowatt hours there, 1 kilowatt hour there, 1.7 there, 1.1, and 0.9. So that's what we made today from solar. Not very much. You could, if you had to, you could absolutely survive off that. That's not a problem. You still could run your microwave if you had to. You have your lights. You just can't be having all your lights on, your TVs, and everything that I do essentially. I haven't changed my living habits since going off grid. I leave my lights on essentially. I do all that kind of stuff. Just, I don't like being in gloomy spaces. If it's dark, then it affects my morale, you could say. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. How's it going, guys? It's going off grid, and today we're just doing a little test on the Gentry Solar 120 volt input, just a little 600 watt Furman inverter generator, 2000 peak, and this is in pass through and it's in charging mode. So we got, there's our amps coming in, around 17 amps. At 58 volts, so you can do the math how many watts that is. 17 times 58 should be, I don't know, close to 1,000-ish. And we got the inverter, how many amps are coming in? I think it says right here at 120 we got 10 amps coming in at 120 volts. So everything worked really good. It's awesome. Right now, if I wanted to, I could. This is my main breaker for my magnesigns. Right here. If I shut that off, boom, turn this on, the whole house would be running off of that Furman right now, because the Furman is hooked up to this inverter. And if I wanted to just use this inverter, I would just shut the Furman off or unplug it, and then do the exact same thing. If I flip that on, then the Gentry Solar would be running my house. And if I want my house to run off the big Champion inverter, I just keep it the way it is. These things got a transfer switch inside that transfers automatically. So I have 4 different ways to power my house now. I got the Champion generator, I have the Furman generator, and I have 2 Furmans that I can put into parallel to get how many watts? 5,000 watts. So I can get 5,000 watts of Furman power, 7,000 watts of Champion generator power. I can get 6,000 watts of Gentry inverter power. I can get 4,400 times 3. That's 13,200 watts continuous of the magnesigns, and whatever surge, they have ridiculous surges. So does the Gentry. Yeah. Lots and lots of different sources of power. I don't like having just one source, because if it ever goes down, especially when you live way out in the middle of nowhere like I do, it could be bad. So 4 different sources of power. I'm just testing out that little Furman generator, giving it a little workout. I did a couple hours of running at like, I don't know, like 20% load to break it in. Now I'm just gonna run this. I'd say it's about 3/4 load or something like that, 2/3, 3/4, and then I'm gonna do an oil change. Get about 5 hours on it, maybe 6 hours, and that'll be the break-in. This room is 6 Celsius, which is not too bad. A little chilly, but the floors are not insulated yet. I'm gonna insulate that possibly later on today. I'll see if I have all the insulation I need. I don't know if I have enough. I have to go pick some up. And yeah, here we go. This thing is awesome, man. It's so cool. And this thing can connect to your internet, so you can see that everything that's on this display, you can see right on your computer screen, which is so cool. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.